I was trying to position real quick, but it's just like blurry. Oh well, I'll change it later. Oh, what the hell is that? I don't know. Oh, it's a hair. Good lord, I need to start plucking. Start plucking. I look like a caveman with these freaking eyebrows of mine. Caveman. I'm a caveman. Right, so yeah, well, I've got a beard. I've got eyebrows all over the place. I've got a moustache. Yeah, I'm turning into a man. Oh, I'm doing that funny laugh, the convict laugh. God, I wish I got better footage of the convict for you guys. Anyway, forget about him. I'm going to show you some art. Also, I'm going to advertise my services as, you know, a male hooker. As Jeremiah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so the services I'm going to, before I show you my art, and there's someone festering about at the gate. Hey, squirrel! Let me just get you some nuts quickly. My mum's about to come out in a minute, so I've got to do this quick. So before she comes out, I'm going to advertise my services. So the services that I can provide for you, judging on the thingy, is the thingy. Oh, hello, fluffy squirrel. So, of course, the services that I provide, I can provide this service, right? Which is professional abusive husband. Because that's what Jeremiah does in the series. Like, it's like one of his side jobs is that he offers his services as a professional abusive husband, which means, like, you know, girls will like approach him and go, oh yes, will you simulate being like my abusive husband or something. Like, it's all consented to and controlled and shit. So that's what makes it like professional. Excuse me. So like, I'd like to do that for real. Like Jeremiah. Seems how it's persona and shit. Persona and shit. I was gonna call him Jeremiah. JD! Oh, he's gone wandering off. How dare you come back? Oi! JD! Stop ignoring me, come on! I know you're not really deaf, you just pretend to be deaf. He does act deaf. Come on! I'll lock you in there. And the other thing I want to discuss in this is that, like, I've got a new outfit. So I'm going to show you real quick. Sorry if it's dead dark, but obviously the like house is here, so, and the sun's like behind the house. I suppose I could put it over there, but I'm not sure. Let me just, it'll probably go reconnecting. Well, it's still not very good. Looks kind of like a uniform, actually. But anyway, so this is like my new jacket. I went in a charity shop looking for like a blue suit and also a white suit so that I can look godly, because Jeremiah is like a sun god and shit. So I was thinking yellow suit because like sun god and stuff, but I thought a yellow suit might look horrible, so I was thinking white suit looks a bit more godly. Like, I've got an IMVU character, or I used to have one. I still have it technically, but I can't get into the account anymore. But I have this IMVU character that's male, that's supposed to be like Jeremiah, and at the time I wanted my character to look like a god, so I got it with, you know, IMVU credit things. I got like a white suit and white hair, but his fur was purple because he was called a candy kitsune was the species that I bought. But I also bought others as well, the skins. Like, I bought him a white wolf one, which I didn't really wear the white suit with. I wore like more sort of gothic-y outfit with that one, and also like a military style outfit, but like a decorated military style outfit, which looks really cool. I've just found the pictures, the screenshots that I took at the time. It was really good, so I thought, oh, he looked really smart. So I need some white wings. So I've got wings, the grey ones, but they're not very godlike or angelic. They look more like fallen angel sort of wings, but they'll do, you know. So I would wear the white suit and the wings and my existing ears and tails. I really need like a yellow tail and ear set. But as far as I know, Becky is making me a blue and gold ears, which is supposed to be like an Egyptian like god type thing that I found on this Instagram thing. I've forgotten what it's called. Like, I think it's called Beastly Boutique on Instagram, and they did these gorgeous ears that are like gold and blue, so they can be like my ears for Jeremiah. So I just need her to make me like a yellow gold tail as well for Jeremiah, because I'm presuming I won't be able to find one. I'll try looking for one first, but I'd rather support her. So obviously I pay for it and stuff. She's given me like stuff for free before. It's very nice of her. Got it. Hi Isa, you're like the first person and the only person to comment and like. I'm just advertising my services as a professional abusive husband, Jeremiah. So I would roleplay as Jeremiah, and I'm actually offering, I'm not like role-playing or anything, I'm actually offering my services, doing like a role play of abusive husband, like some girls like that. So looking glassy. Oh, it's gone. Looking glassy on suit. Yeah, sorry about that. There you go. So yeah, I've invented the very first short suit. Like, you know, you got like skirt suit and pantsuit. Well, I'm wearing a short suit. So this is separate shorts that I bought from a charity shop with the jacket, and it's actually pantsuit material. See? So it's actually like a pantsuit thing, and I'm wearing it with this, which looks really similar. I'm wearing it with like long socks because it's cold. I wouldn't normally wear this with like a suit, but I thought because it's cold. Oh, by the way, Mike's here, so I'm gonna have to stop talking in a minute. But I just wanted to really quick. So I've invented the short suit, pantsuit. I don't know where my thing is. I need some money. I need a cough of the cash. Stay there, for God's sake. I just hope I've got enough money. I don't have any money. I'm poor. Jeremiah's rich, but he's become poor. Should I show him my thing?
Hi Kirsty, where are we going, love?
Right, so the seed normally goes in here. Fucking hell.
Going straight in. There you go, Kirsty.
Thank you.
Right. Does your mum tell you how much it is?
Yeah, but I forgot. Is it 30 something?
Yeah, let's have a look. 38.20, Kirsty, yeah, please. Yeah, the nuts and shells have gone right up. You'll see more things going up, you know, Kirsty.
That's terrible.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
Inflation.
Yeah, Kirsty, I've got 38.20.
My mum said have like, was it £3 ready, but I don't have that, so.
Is what, sorry?
My mum said, oh, have £3 ready or something. Don't know what that was about, but oh well. I don't have pound coins. Thank you. Now I have. Yay.
Right. Thanks, Kirsty.
Thanks a lot. See you. See ya.
Tell your mum to be prepared for more stuff going up, because it will.
Yeah.
It will, love.
Yeah. I will.
Kirsty.
Thank you. Bye. He called me love. I'd rather him call me sir. Sir. A lot of people call me like ma'am and sir. Like Indian people usually call me ma'am, and I'm like, call me sir. Call me sir. That good. Okay. So I'll show, when my mum comes out, I'll show you the drawings. But I would like to explain the drawings to you, but, you know. Nah. I'll just, I'm glad you like the outfit. So yeah, so, do you know what? I've had loads of suits in my life, but I've actually never had a black suit. Never. And now I have. I was thinking it kind of looks military-ish. It kind of looks a little bit like a navy sort of jacket. Just a little bit. Whenever I look at myself wearing this, I think, oh, it looks like navy-ish, especially like with the navy tie and everything. So it kind of looks a little bit like I'm wearing like a navy uniform. Or like a principal outfit or something. Like a principal of a school. Like even with the shorts. There she is. I have to stop talking. But yeah, I wanted some smart shorts. And I found them, yay! And they were my size. Charity shops are the best. He's been and gone. visit, yeah. Yeah, he was really friendly and nice and stuff. Because he fancied. You might watch that video. What? She said he fancies. He hates dealing with you.
You're not the only one that's not like me.
I'm liked more than you. You look really nice, by the way. Your hair's like all curly and stuff. Let me take a picture. You look really nice. You look like you're wearing a cool Indian outfit as well with your curly hair. Yeah, that's good. Don't.
Hey?
You look like.
I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't look like
Oh, mask. Do the mask. You look fine without it, but I'll do a mask one as well. So me, you look fine. Yeah, that's good. Apart from the fact that it goes all the way down here, but it's okay. Yeah, that looks good though. Yeah, I like that. That's good. How come you and my dad both have wavy hair, but I've got bloody straight hair? How is that possible? It's not fair. Look at this, like proper wavy. I haven't got wavy hair. I've got this stupid kink thing that goes inwards at the ends.
what you have to do with this.
It's not fair.
You've got a pair of scissors.
Hello.
Can you get this pair of scissors in a bit?
Uh-huh. We've got coffee.
Because what you have to do is you have to put most of the seeds down into
Oh,
the
yeah.
bowl
Yeah. So cut it and then do that.
so that you can close the.
Yeah.
So I need,
Okay.
I need the-
My present.
I also need pellets at some point.
Yeah, okay. I've not got any in here. So our fattest squirrel today. It was massive. It had like really wide hips, this squirrel. It was female. There's one. Oh, you scared it away, JD! How very dare you? Right, sorry guys, but I'm dead anxious to show my artwork, so let me just get it to the part where, so I've drawn loads of new artwork since the last time I showed you guys. I'm just doing like loads every day. Some of it's like probably not really safe for YouTube, but oh well. I don't give a shit. I showed it last time, so I can't remember exactly where I was up to though. I think the last time I showed, oh god, I've got a bend in it. Luckily it's not one of my pictures. Okay, so I showed you this where he's like leans in to lick her mouth, and she's like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. Because people don't normally do that when they kiss, so it's like, Okay, and then, so last time I showed you like this, stop showing things before it's ready! And then he goes in for the proper kiss. He does lick and kiss her neck, but I forgot to draw it, so I'll have to just do that another time. I forgot to draw the bit where he licks and kisses her neck. I personally love that myself. I like doing it, and I also like receiving it as well. I like it when people just like touch and lick and kiss my neck and shoulders and the décollage, which is like this area here. Not the boobs or chest, but like here. This bit here, that's the décollage there. Like the bit above all the boob stuff. And like arms. I'm very sensitive like here and around here. I hate this bit being touched though. If I had a flat chest, I would be okay with it, but, you know, the fact that I don't like that area being touched, so, yeah. Because I don't feel like it's really part of my body. Like, you know, there was this bloke, right, and he had, like, for some reason, he thought that this area here was foreign. He didn't feel like it belonged to him, so he actually had a request to chop it off, like here. No higher or lower, but right about here, he wanted it chopped off. But no surgeon would do it. But eventually paid for it to be done, and he was so happy when it got removed. And I'm like that with my chest. It's like, well, you guys know. I feel like it's not me really, and I'd love to chop. But unfortunately, I don't like pain, so yeah. So I probably won't get. I don't want to have surgery. Right. So where are we up to? Okay. Yeah, that one. Shame that a lot of you guys are missing this, but oh well. You'll have to watch it back later. So sexy. Actually, that's not the... Hang on, something's not right here. I think I showed you that. I forgot to show you. Yeah, I showed you that bit. Okay. The squirrel, like, banging around. Stop doing the rotate thing. I don't want you to rotate. Okay. It's probably, like... Probably gonna get demonetized or some shit. So I did show you this, you guys, this last time. Oh god, that's so hot. And it's good because he's got like a big, like long muzzle, so of course that adds to the pleasure. He like gets all in there, like.
This is what pushes people away, Kirsty. Get the attention.
See, it said it there, having a long snout has its advantages. He also uses fangs as well, but he doesn't bite down, don't worry, he doesn't bite or anything. He just like uses his fangs to sort of just stroke the area. She didn't think she would like it because she's a virgin, so. Okay, so these are the newer ones that I did that you didn't see last time. I think I showed you guys that one. I have changed the body. I did him like wider here before, but I decided that looks better. He's smoking a fag as usual. He looks kind of younger there. Okay, so that one's like him looking seductive. That was just a practice one, it's rubbish. That's him just like being aggressive and fearsome. And then that's him like being seductive and also scary at the same time. And that's like, so that's would be Daisy's point of view, and that would be his point of view, so she looks like scared of him. So they're like looking at each other at that point. I'm really proud of it. His muzzle's not that long, by the way. That was an accident. And when I do it in the computer, when I do it on the computer, when I draw over it in the line art, I'll do it just a little bit shorter. But I think it looks okay. Right, so next one is... yeah. Okay, so this one was originally him just like being abusive and shit, but I decided to change it because of something Becky said in the next picture, which you'll understand in a bit. So he's like angry with her for some reason. She's done bad, and he's like punishing her by shaking her and just like being like yelling and whatever. But I decided to change it to like she's trying to like maul him sexually, and he's like, control yourself, woman. And he's like, but I want you bad. So I originally had it so where he was like being abusive, but I've decided to have it where he's like just trying to tell her to like back off and stop, you know, fawning all over him and stuff. Okay, so that's that one. I'm really proud of that one. I love the way I did the mouth. I love the expressions and everything. His anyway. Hers is okay, but I'm not like super pleased with that. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the way his face looks. And the teeth. Look at the teeth! I love sharp teeth. I'm like obsessed. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been obsessed with like snoots and fangs and stuff. And well, not just fangs, but just like sharp teeth in general. So I used to obsessively draw like dogs growling and snarling and showing teeth and stuff. I used to draw it all the time. And then it's like, then there's this one. So originally when that was supposed to be like an abusive picture, that was her like begging him to like not hurt her and stuff. But Becky said this as a caption, and when I showed the picture, when you're so desperate you deep throat his lapel. And when I looked at it, I thought, what does that mean? And at first I thought it said label. I thought deep throat is label. What label? It's like, and then I realised it's lapel. Label. And I thought, oh, it does look like she's deep throating his lapel. I thought, how does that work? How do you deep throat a lapel? But anyway, it's really funny, and it made me laugh. Like every time I looked at this picture, I just laughed, thinking of what Becky said. Lovely wings. I'm really proud of the way I've done his wings. So apparently she's deep throating his lapel, but I actually don't know how that would work in real life, but oh well. Okay, so she's so desperate that she's deep throating, and she's like, what the hell are you doing? Look at the face, it's like, what the hell are you doing? So I'm really happy with the face. She looks so cute. Okay, the next one's kind of a bit... So I was reading this book and it mentioned the Kama Sutra, and this was one of the positions. Obviously to be naked, but I did it clothed. This is one of the blooming positions. Apparently there's a lot of abuse like positions in the Kama Sutra. So the one they described is him being like positioned just below her navel, and like his like crotch would be like positioned opposite her like pubis, and like just pushing up against like that area, like not the vagina, but like the bit above it, like where the bladder would be, and just like looming over her and just like grabbing her hair and stuff, and then slapping and biting and scratching apparently. I thought, well, that doesn't sound very pleasant, but I'll do the grabbing of the hair thing and maybe the slapping. So instead of the slapping, he's just like got this riding crop and he's actually using it to pull open her dress. Now that wasn't deliberate. When I first drew this picture, that was supposed to be just there, you know. It wasn't touching her, but just there. But I decided to have her dress open. And the two were just like, it was just a happy accident that was positioned right where her dress is open. So I thought I'll have it so that's kind of inside her dress a little bit, like pulling it open. You know what I mean? But that wasn't deliberate. That was just a happy accident, and I decided to make it look deliberately like it's like doing that. Like the other picture, I didn't really mean to make it look like she was deep throating her lapel. But that's what it looks like. Even though it's impossible, I don't know how you deep throat a lapel, so. But seeing as how that's what it looks like, I decided, oh well, I'll roll with it. And then that's just like him being domineering and dominant. And she's like opposite his fat belly. And he's like telling her to just lick it. Be careful of us showing too much on YouTube. Yeah, I'm showing this shit for free, I shouldn't even do that. So he's got his like knee up against her stomach and between her boobs there. He's showing fangs again, her sharp teeth, which is cool. I showed this to someone and they said, wow, you are a domineering little cherub, aren't you? And I'm like, no, I'm not a cherub, I'm a sun god actually, that happens to be chubby. Okay, what's next? This one's less risque. This one's just him lounging around, looking sexy. I mean, he's naked, but you don't see anything. You don't see anything. I'm really happy with this one. Jeremiah living the high life in his father's absence. He's got like loads of food and he's got like a whiskey or whatever. And he's got a cigarette and he's got a gun with a thing. I got that idea from a picture that I've seen recently, which I already had the idea of doing. I've already done it in a picture, but it's like a leather strap that looks like a belt with a gun. It's got like a gun holster and the gun inside. But after I saw that, I decided to do that instead. It's like these leather belt things, these two little leather belt things. And look, I did paws. I haven't done Jeremiah with paws showing yet. Sorry, it's blurry. I can't unblur it. But I really like the pose. I really like how he looks in the face. He looks really dominant and masterful, and like he's lazy and just like indulging like a proper boss. And what's weird is, ironic, is I actually found a picture last night after drawing this, which was 2 days ago. Last night I found a picture that was basically the same thing with this character. I don't really know what the species is of furry, but it's like one of them with the really long flat nose, if that makes sense. It's like a part shark and part something else. I think it's called a serval or something. It doesn't say what the species is, but it's very popular on this particular website. And it had a picture of one lounging out just like that. And the title of it was Lounging Like a Boss. And it's like, that's exactly the picture I've just done. Except instead of pillows, it's like this long, it's like a chair with armrests, and it's got like a long thing, so he's like sprawled out. The character was sprawled out, and he's wearing a suit, a black and white suit, which looked really cool. And I saved the picture so I could show you guys if you want to see it. It's actually on the computer, so I could show it. I'll do so in a minute. So once I did that one, I actually, what's that word? After I drew this picture, I did this. I got this idea of it just came to me, smacking face on Monday night. It's a new story about Jeremiah. I'm not going to tell you too much, but it's basically the main thing that it's about is this ice princess, and she lives in an ice castle, obviously, and it's like melting because the sun is positioned like right above the castle. And they're trying so hard to stop the Ice Princess from melting, like her subjects. The original thing was penguins. Like, penguins were just like getting ice cubes and stuff and fanning her to make her to make her cool. But it was useless because the sun was so close and like melting the ice castle and the princess and everything. So they're like, what should we do? What should we do? And they're like, they sought help from like wise men and stuff. And the wise men came and said, your only hope is to seek help from the sun god. Only the sun god can remove the sun from the position that it's in, that's too close to that ice palace. And so she goes and seeks his help. So in this particular story, he's a sun god. So I decided that would be really cool for this picture. So I decided to do another one. I'm just going to turn the page. Sorry about this, but it's like I'm over here. So I decided to do him as a sun god. I've actually been obsessed with like the idea of my character being like a sun god ever since I was a child. So this is him like looking like a sun god, so he's all like decorated, he looks like a king. Sorry. So he's all like got accessories on that make him look like a sun god, because I have no idea what the sun god would like wear and stuff, but I decided to use my own imagination and just have him like wear accessories that depicted the sun. Like he's got these earrings, and he's got like a crown, because like the sun god is like an Egyptian god, so he's got like an Egyptian crown thing, which looks kind of weird, but always. It's got like a choker thing, and sun pendant thing, and these cuff things on his arms, which you see a lot of gods and stuff wearing. And instead of scotch, he's drinking red wine in like a goblet or whatever. And he's got like a cigarette on one of them cigarette stand things, like Cruella de Vil has. I've been obsessed with them since I saw Cruella de Vil with one. And I remember I got one from like a costume shop, and everybody thought it was a magic wand, and I was like, nope, it's a cigarette holder. But I didn't say that because my mum told me not to, because I suppose people would think it was inappropriate that a child had a cigarette holder. But it was only for pretend anyway. So the sun god Jeremiah indulges in gluttony whilst lazing around, and he's got like a pie on his I was trying to think of like foods that a sun god would eat. It wouldn't be like modern foods like pizza or whatever. It would be like, you know, when you see kings from like the medieval era and they had like chicken legs and turkey legs and grapes and fruit and other meats on the table. So I wanted to do it like ancient stuff, because it's like an ancient Egyptian sort of theme with him being a sun god. It's based on sun god Ra. So his official name is sun god Ra. But Jeremiah is like his earthly name. But he's officially called Ra. But I don't think he really suits Ra, so Jeremiah it is. Because, you know, as a sun god, he's technically just a ball of light. This is just his earthly form. Because obviously moving amongst human beings on the earth as a ball of light, it would just be like, it would just freak people out. So his earthly form is this. And he looks very heavenly with his like bright yellow fur and stuff. Well, his fur's like more like a whitey yellow, a yellowy white, whatever, like the colour of sand. And then his hair and his wings are like the colour of the sun, like more yellowy blonde. But in real life, I've decided when I make the movie version, you know, what's it called? Like a live action movie. I've decided he's going to have like really white blonde hair, because I think that would just look cooler. Like he'd be an Aryan Beauty with blue eyes and stuff. Yeah, I am going to be making a live action film. And he's got 2 lots of these things. And he's got a big fat stomach, because he's gluttonous and lazy, so he would get fat. He was once slim, but now he's dead fat because he just lazes around all day being gluttonous, so that's why he has a big fat stomach now, which is highly sought after in their universe. So I decided to have him a servant, like serving him a bunch of food. I didn't know, like I say, what kind of foods to do, so I just had like grapes and chicken legs or something, turkey legs. So this guy here is actually his son, called Charles. But in this depiction of it, he would just be a random servant that's unrelated to him. But to sort of show it is Charles, I have given him a wing, like, but very small wings, to show he's not like as high as his father. So yeah, they are related. They are father and son. So Jeremiah, technically, with the timeline, would be about 30 now, like me. And his son is 13. I think, yeah, he's about 13 or 14 by now. So he's like wearing this see-through fucking shit here. And he's skinny because he doesn't get fed well like his father. Yeah, he's like, yeah, he's got... Live action film will be so awesome. Yeah, I want to do a live action version of my novel called Jeremiah's Story, or Story of Jeremiah. And I want to do a live action movie of the Sun God one. I'm not sure what to call it. So far it's called hang on a sec. It's called A Story of Fire and Ice, but I've just realised there's already a film called that, I think. I looked it up. I looked up A Story of Fire and Ice to make sure I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. And it's kind of different though. It's called A Song of Ice and Fire. And I think it's to do with Game of Thrones. So I don't really think that... I'm not sure if they would be pissed if I called my thing A Story or A Tale of Fire and Ice. I was originally going to call it The Ice Princess and the Sun God. But I thought, oh, that's just a mouthful. I thought Ice and Fire sounds just like really short, sweet, to the point. Sorry, it's blurry, so I'm going to have to stop that. So I'm not really sure. If you guys have any suggestions, that would be great. I never know what to call things. Like, Story of Jeremiah is very original, isn't it? But I don't really know what to call it because it's about, like, so many things. I was going to call it, like... I don't know. Anyway. Ice and Fire. Yeah, Ice and Fire is already in existence. A Song of Ice and Fire. So I'm going to call mine Story of Fire and Ice. So it's slightly different. But there's, you know, there's many things that are called the same thing. Like, there's two things called neighbours. But the only difference is one's neighbours with an O and one's neighbours with an OU. Because the Neighbours is, like, British. I think it's a series called Neighbours. And then there's, like, a film called Neighbours, which is American, so it's O. And it's a film, American film. So the difference is one's a film and one's a series. So with the fact that the thing that's already called A Song of Ice and Fire, it's actually an episode called that, rather than a film or even a whole series called that. So the fact that I'm calling an entire film A Story of Fire and Ice, which is slightly different, I thought, oh, it's still going to be original then. And yeah, so that's what it's going to be called. So I'm going to get, like, I'm going to obviously do, like, it's starting out as a book, and then I'm going to have it an animation done, and I'm also going to have a live action version done, hopefully. I know it's a big ambition, and I've got very little time, seeing as I'm dead old now. I wish I'd have thought to do all this when I was younger, but I've only just become, like, flames and ice. Yeah, that's an idea. Or ice and sun, or sun and ice, or something like that. Because he is technically, as a sun god, his body is made of fire, but he's not like red and orange and stuff, he's just yellow. So it's more sun-like than fire-like. But he has, his powers are like to manipulate and create fire from his mouth and his hands, and pretty much out of his head and his wings. They can be on fire. You know, like Hades from Hercules, you know, where he's like, his hair is made of fire, but it's blue. And every time he's angry, it, like, his entire shoulders, neck, and head just, like, bursts into flames. And it's really cool. Well, that's what he does. But obviously it's not blue fire, it's just the usual. Well, yellow fire, because he's yellow. So it'd be like yellow fire, not like orange and red fire. So seeing as how he's yellow, it'd be like yellow, golden yellow fire, like it is in real life. Because whenever it's depicted in, like, cartoons, it's always like red and orange, but in real life fire is actually yellow. So he, like, just bursts into yellow flames whenever he's angry or he's using his powers in a strong way. So basically that's it. Yeah. So I don't want to give too much away, obviously, but that's just the plot. So she seeks help from the sun god, and he does agree to help her, but of course it comes at a price. So he wants a sacrifice for this favour that he's doing for her. So it's not really a favour, it's more of a trade. But I don't want to say any more than that, because I don't want to give too much away. Isn't he cute? Look at how handsome and cute he is. He's so cute. He's so cute. Alright, I'll do the... I think that's it, actually. Yeah, that's all I've done so far. It is a shame. I've found some new pictures that I don't think I've shown anyone yet. My neck is killing me. So is my back. I'm really proud of these pictures. I can't wait to colour them in. I'm going to enlist some help because I've got so many that need colouring in. So I've got Becky doing some, Lino doing some, I'll do some. So I've just got to find some animators who can do my style. I'll have to pay them though, because apparently trying to find anybody to do anything for free is really hard. Even though according to like everybody, hot girls are supposed to be able to get like people to do stuff for free, but apparently that doesn't work in my case. So yeah. I have finally found someone to do voice acting for Jeremiah. But of course he's like, oh, what do I get as a reward? I'm like, not what you're thinking, mate. I'll give you art in return. Art commissions. So there. Flames and ice. That does sound cool, but it doesn't sound as cool as fire and ice. Yellow shit and ice. What? Oh, okay. Oh! Oh, you're quite willing to follow her, but not me. Well. Rude. Well, we can tell who he thinks his master is then. I'm not even asked anymore. It used to really bother me that he thought of my mum as the main master and not me. But now I'm not really asked anymore. When I was younger. People do change, it is true. At one time I was like obsessed with these things. Squirrel! I know, isn't that cute? Oh, he wants to approach. I'm gonna have to get between the dog and...
You just bring the bag down. You know, the baggers. Pen or whatever it is.
Can I get rid of those stupid things? JD, no! He got in this I'm gonna pounce on it stance. Here, he stopped this, now he started doing it again. He started trying to get the squirrels. Yes? Yes. I've got a painful neck.
This is what makes you suspicious of sometimes what people
Lose faith
are
in the world.
doing. You know how Mike's changed it from 3620 to 3820?
Yeah.
He said they've gone up.
Lovely.
Well, every time he brings stuff, he never labels them anymore. You know, price-wise.
Yes, go on, I am listening. I can do two things at once.
I don't care, I like to know that I'm being listened to by being looked at and focused on.
Ah.
That's how you've been taught.
All right, I'm looking at you.
You were taught this when you were growing up, Kirsty.
I know,
In fact,
but
you've forgotten all about it.
I don't like eye contact.
Neither in there.
Go on then.
So if you had looked at the bags of nuts, they've all been labelled.
Hmm.
The bags of nuts haven't.
Oh.
So
That's naughty.
possibly to cover his tracks for cocking it up, possibly again.
Cocking it up. Well, he told me when he was here, he told me that everything's going to go up. So the nuts have gone up, and now everything else is going to...
But just a minute. Why hasn't he warned his people first? why hasn't he warned his customers, saying, oh, by the way, in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to have to put the price up, or next week, I'm going to have to, do you know what I mean? He should be what.
Yeah.
Because I pulled him up again about it, that's the only. I bet you any money he wouldn't have said that had I not pulled him up about this time.
Oh. Great. Wow. Why is it all a racket?
Anyway, for your information,
Yeah.
when I was growing up, my hair was like yours. It was flat, it was greasy, it was an absolute. I was combing my hair every few minutes.
Me too. Yeah, that's what I have to
It
do.
always looked like I'd been dragged through a head. No matter what attention I gave it, and what I used to do was, me and my cousin,
Yeah.
she'd be there straightening yours, and I'd be there curling mine.
Mm.
But the second I walked out the door, it was
That's what happens to mine.
right. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So your hair is no different than mine. So I don't know why. But as I got older, this is what seemed to happen. It became wavy, and I've no idea why. I don't
Oh
know
right.
why,
So when I
it-
get older, it'll get wavy. So I have to wait till I'm dead old.
Whether that is because don't forget when your hormones are in,
Yeah.
when you've got all your hormones.
You have straight hair.
Well, I don't know about that, but what happens?
Making.
It plays a big part in how everything reacts.
Mhm. I wish I could get a massage right now.
And then you lose your hormones and you get fantastic.
And then you get fantastic hair.
As you get older, your face drops, you get loads of wrinkles, and then your hair looks fabulous.
Yeah, it looks fabulous. Well, at least I've got that. Like that makes up for it a little bit. So you replace your lovely, beautiful face with gorgeous hair. So you start out with shit hair and a gorgeous face, and then the opposite happens when you're older. Yeah. It's okay. I can do stuff for now. That's why I want a perm. I want it
You
beautiful.
know,
I'm not allowed now.
considering that, I
That's annoying.
suppose, I mean, of all the
My face
traumas,
has already dropped.
I don't know whether rape's the biggest trauma or whether heart attack's the biggest trauma. I'm presuming the heart attack's the biggest trauma.
Just the most recent thing, then yes.
I
That
don't,
was,
unfortunately, about the teeth, but I can't do anything like that.
No.
I think for my age, I don't look like that.
Your age.
Well, the thing is, I keep having to say to me, you're 67. You're classed as a pensioner.
An old
I
woman.
cannot relate.
I know. I don't think I'll be able to either when I get to that point.
I just can't relate to it. I can't relate to the fact that I'm classed
I
as
can
these
with
old
you.
biddies.
No. You don't look it, definitely.
Oh,
Like
so-
most old, at your age, they're just like white hair and they look like grannies and stuff, but you don't. You look like a normal 40-odd-year-old. Or 50.
Well, I was looking in this magazine. It's an old magazine that I come across.
Even with the teeth.
And I was looking at this and I thought, oh, look, you get a pensioner's discount. And I thought, oh, I'm a pensioner. I just can't relate.
I know.
But what we do have to remember is take advantage of it. Because
Yeah.
when you're going to say,
That you're an old age. You're dead
I don't
old.
want that mentioned again, please. That is a swear.
It's a swear word. I'm swearing.
I
No.
am an older person.
Don't demonetize myself.
And I've got a pension and can get pension.
I'm gonna get banned from YouTube.
So, because pensioners used to be able to get discounts, so I was,
Yeah. I got a COVID discount, when I got coffee and stuff. It was cheaper. Yeah, it's a COVID discount, apparently. I'm not allowed to say that either, that's a swear word.
Funny, I watched
Apparently.
Series 11 it jumps from the beginning to 11 of not going out.
Uh-huh.
The ones that, I mean, it's all right, but
I love the
earlier ones
yeah. I
are
love
way
the
funnier.
I love the earlier ones. I want to watch them again. I liked it with that Tim guy, the brother. I thought he was not like him funny, but I just thought the whole dynamic was kind of funny.
Well, I liked it because to me, what made
You don't like that Tim guy, do you?
no,
I kind of like him. Well, I
you
did.
don't even give me time to answer. It's like,
That's how I used to feel with you, because you were like, you're rubbish. Growing up as a kid, you're like, you never talk, you never stop. That's why I was dead quiet and shy, because you were like, and I never talked. I was like, oh well, I'll just listen.
Then.
Yeah, because it was like hard, because I was like, oh yes, I like to listen. I actually like to not talk. It's like, I just listen then. But now I'm like, I'm over talking to you.
You know, when you're a child, you're supposed to just listen. That's the idea.
Kind of made it hard for me to like. But okay.
Oh, don't you start now. It kind of like, oh, right. All the things.
Do that again.
Somebody was talking. And it was like, every other word was like. Oh.
It's
God,
kind
I
of
hate
like, you
that
know,
word.
like.
You see, it's not just about
Oh gosh.
blacks or gay people. It's the way people speak, and I hate that just as much, because that's also, everybody speaks that way, and it does my frigging head. You can't have everything like something. It's like,
It's either is or it isn't.
well, it's like, in the proper way, it's like me saying to you, I'm like pregnant. I mean, how can you be like pregnant? You're either pregnant or you're not.
I know. Oh, very pregnant. Some people say very pregnant or a little bit pregnant. It's like it's a definitive.
Pregnant.
It's a definitive thing. It can't be a little bit or not or a lot. I don't know. Stupid.
I'm kinda like pregnant.
Kinda like pregnant. Like she is.
So I can't stand listening to certain people, because it's everything's kinda or like or both.
It's terrible.
It's every other word.
I know.
And then what happens is you find other people start jumping up on it,
I'm doing it as well, yeah.
and they start talking that way. And you think, no. Do you know what I prefer?
Yeah?
A gap.
Just a gap
What's
and no like
wrong
or
with a gap? A pause.
no in an orange.
And you get,
And anyways, God, everyone says it now.
Oh, what they called, this program that I watched, and there's one guy on it, and he's and erring all the, oh, stop it. You see, I hate that just as much.
What's that other thing that people do a lot?
Just be silent while you're thinking.
There's another thing that people used to say a lot. Like, you know what? Do you know what I mean? Like, they say it. Every other thing is.
Yeah.
But
No, I don't like
but the like thing is it's like definitely like annoying, like, isn't it? Like, it's like I know it's every other word, and it's. I watched a YouTuber like that, and it started out where she talked normally, but then every other word was like, and I thought, oh, I can't stand this anymore. I'm gonna have to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so. I don't mind the odd like, but oh. And they're like, oh, she said it in the right context, but then she went like she said it twice because she had to get in the ironic like. Yeah. And whenever anybody says anyway, I'm automatically thinking, oh God, they're gonna say anyways. Oh, it just really annoys me. I don't know why. It just really annoys me. And even British people just like why? Why? Bloody Americans. No offense. But their language sucks. Dumbass. Oh, you chased away a squirrel. No, it's so fluffy. Punched them in the face. Because you're going to have to punch them in the face. My mum.
because I can't do that.
Oh, don't throw it over there. I want to encourage it to come over.
Well, it's just playing with the dog, so it won't come over.
It will. It like navigates the dog anyway. It doesn't even care. They're so cute, fluffy. How puffy?
Don't have that one chocolate.
How puffy are their tails?
I didn't realise it was that late before 6 o'clock. I'll have her. Do you know what's it? This is what.
Everyone's disappeared, I think.
There are certain things that I don't understand. I know when I need my painkillers, even without the alarm now, because I start with breathing problems.
Yeah.
But why? Why does my painkillers help me with my breathing? Like a relaxed thing.
Yeah. Probably relaxes chest muscles or lung muscles.
Yeah, but why do I start with now?
Oh, they're fighting. Don't know what they fight
I
about. They've got
felt
plenty of
really
food.
ill. That's why I rang you.
Yeah, I feel ill actually. Oh, I feel.
I've started. I've got everything out there.
Oh, the idea of this food just makes me want to throw up as well.
Hey? The idea of food, what?
I feel ill now, so. Pardon? I need to eat. I need to eat. Yeah. Ooh. Yes.
The topping is all that I've already got. And put the rest of it just sprinkled all on the top.
Oh god.
So weighed out the platter. The first half is goes in the middle. And then another lot will have to be weighed out.
Okay.
To go over the top and then you sprinkle the rest of
Excuse
it
me. Yeah.
You remember how to do the whole just put your hand.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I do. Oh.
But use your fingers first, okay? Don't use your fingers and do a nice sprinkle.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. Sorry. I'm glad to see those squirrels. Yay, squirrels. Here's one. I don't know if I can zoom in because all the bloody text is up.
I've just got
It's got teats.
courgette.
Yes. I like lentils. And then tomorrow we'll be having lentil soup and chips. So we'll do 2 lots of lentils because it's good for your skin.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not going to be bad for us. Well, we've got them, haven't we? Is that one pregnant? It looks quite big in the middle. It's got boobs. Look at its chest boobs. It's like got proper boobs. So I don't know if it's had babies or it's pregnant. It's pregnant. Pellets. Those are fatty. But I saw the hugest squirrel today when I was out. It was so big. It had these really wide hips. It was definitely a pear-shaped squirrel.
Now the balls, once you bring them down, because I've been leaving them in the nets.
Yeah. They just leave them in the nets, yeah.
Just put 4 in that thing there. Put the rest in the
What thing? Oh, that thing, right?
monkey nut section.
The bunky ducks.
In fact, whatever balls are in there, however many baggages, just put them all in there for now.
Oh, in there?
In the monkey nut.
Oh, okay. So just put the balls in the bunky nut area. Oh, here comes a squirrel. But she's put so many nuts out, I don't think I need to even do this. Don't you dare jump on my notepad. This one's nasty. There's Nasty. With the
I've
short
left
tail.
the lid off the pellet thing so you can put the pellets in there.
Alright. Great stuff.
There's the scissors.
So I can cut open the seeds.
No, I've done that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you can open up the bag to the balls.
Bag of
And then
balls.
put Kirsty,
Yes.
look at me.
Is my name Kirsty?
The two that are left over from that, I think there's two. Well, I don't know. Whatever's left over, fill that one because that's getting low, and throw out.
Right.
See, I don't like really. I prefer them cooked because they're not healthy for them.
Excuse me.
That's why I don't like to put them out like that, really. But,
Well, cut them if you want.
I'll leave that to you.
Okay.
Once about doing that, put it on the belt.
Alright then. I don't feel very well. Oh, okay, there's some fighting going on again. Oh, boss, I sent you an email yesterday. Oh, that's cool. I like receiving emails. I've taken down my email address from places now because I don't want any idiots, like, you know, knowing my email address, but... So, I don't know if you're a Patreon, but my contact details are on the Patreon thing instead. But I do encourage people to... Oh, great. You know, email me. So that, you know, like if they want anything doing like art or whatever, videos or like arrangements, whatever. Like I say, my services is like roleplay abusive husband or something. Just for fun. Because some people like that, you know. Like people are into like BDSM and stuff. They kind of like simulating like abusive relationships. Alright, we've got 3 of them. We've got some babies as well now. They're old enough. They've been like bumping around in the loft. Remember to drink water to stay hydrated. That's true. I've only had like 2 drinks today. That's very naughty. I've just had some water though. Yeah, so there was some squirrels chasing each other a couple of days ago, but they were like babies. They've been bumping around in the loft for a while, and now they've finally come out. Okay, I've counted 4 now. Oh, 5? Sorry, there's 5. There's one in the tree over there which you can't see, so I'm not even going to bother showing you. And there's one on the wall. Right, now you can go chase them, JD. They're being naughty. I don't mind JD chasing them when they start doing this. I often do. I told you she's nasty, didn't I? She's always doing that. Well, not always, but most of the time. Be careful. She's horrible to him. See, she's not doing it now though. Well, she'll do it even if she's got a nut in her mouth. Like she's busy, she's like quite happily eating. She'll just chase him. It's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? So rude. It's like you've got enough food. You don't need to fight over food because you've got like plenty. Mum puts out about a caswillion nuts out several times a day. Like, you know, this isn't the only time that she puts nuts out. She puts like a shit ton of them out in the morning. Then she puts more out in the afternoon. And then like at this time, she'll just like, when we're sat outside, just like put them out and they'll come. It's like, I'm surprised they're not fat all the time, the amount they eat. Don't know how they do it. Because like, unlike humans, squirrels seem to be able to get fat in winter and then somehow shed it all in summer. But I don't actually know how they do it, because they eat loads all the time. It's not like we notice that they eat less in summer. They actually eat just the same as they do in winter. Or at least they appear to be. And it's not like I just see them taking the nuts and then disappearing, so you can assume that they're probably just away ready for winter. They're actually eating them. Like, we see them eat them all the time. Like, every time we see these squirrels, they're always eating nuts. Always. Like, they're never not eating something. So it's like, how exactly did they shed the weight in summer? And then put it on for winter, and it's like clockwork. It's like, how are you doing it? Like, humans can't do that. It takes years to gain weight and lose weight for humans. Like, I was skinny like a few years ago, and well, all of my youth, pretty much all of my childhood and youth, I was pretty skinny. It took me fecking years to gain weight, because people think it's hard to lose weight, but it's also hard to gain weight as well. Like, why is it so hard for humans to gain and lose weight, but it's so easy for animals to gain and lose weight? It's like they miss a meal, lose weight, add a meal, gain weight. But for humans, like for me, I had to force myself to eat more than I wanted to in order to gain weight. Didn't matter how much I ate. It's like I had to really force myself. The time when it really started to work was when I forced myself to have I started out eating like several times a day, especially at night, but that didn't seem to work. Or it worked to a certain extent, like I put on the tiniest fraction of weight. So I had to like eat like a load of snacks at night along with supper. So I had like a pack of donuts, like a whole pack of donuts, then I had supper. So I had dinner, big dinner, pack of donuts, so that's like 5 donuts all in one go. And then I had supper, which was like a lasagna, so it's quite big, or onion rings or something, or soup and onion rings or whatever, or soup and bread. And it's like, it didn't do anything. But then when I forced myself to have 2 suppers, that did it. So I would have lasagna and soup, or soup and onion rings, or lasagna and onion rings, or whatever. And that's when I started to gain weight. When I was like, I had to, because I didn't really want to eat that much, I was like quite satisfied with just 1 supper or like 2 donuts or something. But I had to force myself to eat more than I actually wanted to. So I don't know how all these people like find it easy. Like they go, oh, I'm obese. Oh no, what happened? It's like, how do you get to a point where you accidentally gain so much weight, like when you're not trying to? Like, oh yes, I'm just going to eat more than I actually want to. And like, I don't know how it happens, because I had to really force myself to eat more than I needed so I could gain weight. Whereas like most people just like, oh, it sneaks up on them. It like happens and you're like, oh shit, I've got fat. What do I do now? I must lose weight. It's like, how do you not notice? How do you not notice? And how does it sneak up on you? Like, and you're like, oh, I'm so fat now. How has this happened? Like, how do you not notice and like stop it, like nip it in the bud before you get like to a point where you're like 300, 400, 500 pounds? I just don't get it. But then again, I mean, I'm not an addict. These people are like addicted to food, aren't they? It's like the only thing in their lives that actually makes them happy. Whereas for me, I've got like other things that make me happy. So I guess food is not the be all and end all for me. But I mean, I am very into food. Like, I am really into food. I really love food. Can't get enough of it. And yet I still don't actually eat enough to get fat. Well, I'm thinking I'm eating like a lot. For fuck's sake. Here I am thinking I'm eating a lot, but I'm actually obviously not, because I just don't get fat easily. So when I was a kid, I used to think I ate loads. Especially when I went to grandma's house, but I still remained skinny for years. Eventually I gained weight when I was like 12, but then my mum told me to give up meat, so I did, and then I was like, oh, skinny again. Not really, actually, I stayed fat, but I deliberately lost weight when I was about 15 or 16, and the reason for that was because I really wanted to my boobs, and that was it. And I thought the only way to do it was to lose weight, and then I lost weight, and I went too far, and then I was really miserable. I was really miserable. I was miserable. I thought, well, my boobs look great. They're so tiny. But Now the rest of me looks horrible. So it's like I can't win. I get fat and my body looks nice, but my boobs look terrible. I lose weight, my boobs look good, but the rest of me looks terrible. It's like, no. N-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O. So I can't win pretty much. I cannot win. It is a shame. Okay, so I'm going to try the wings on with this outfit. Whee! I need some white wings or yellow wings for Jeremiah, but I don't think you can get them. These are the best wings I've ever had. They're lightweight, they're flexible, they're bendy, and they've got these straps, unlike the other wings I've had, which have like the tie ribbon ones, which are harder to get on. And they just poke you, and they're just uncomfortable, and they're just heavy. Why is it stuck? Get off! So I'm sort of building up my Jeremiah outfit, so I just need like a blue suit, or whatever, or a white suit. Jeremiah has a blue one, and he has a white one. Okay, so this would be his summer suit, like he'd wear shorts and a jacket and a shirt and tie and the wings and the ears. I just need some yellow ears and a yellow tail. So the tail will be like, this is Lino's tail, so I couldn't wear this one. I need a yellow tail. I'm going to ask Becky if she'd make me a yellow tail for Jeremiah. I'll pay if she requires it, of course. I know silly people like do this for free, but I can do like, I don't really have any money, so maybe she'd be okay with me doing art for her in exchange. Although I've been told that people just don't want art, they want money, so that's a shame. I think we should go back to trading. Forget money, let's just trade. Trade stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I cannot see, and it is getting cold. Okay, this not work. I stop this now. It is stuck now. I cannot get it off. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, like it should come off, but it won't because you're just being an absolute dickhead and humiliating me in front of my video. So instead of doing that, we're going to just put it on the traditional way. I look nice as a belt on my thing anyway. So what pisses me off about this belt is it doesn't align. This is like slightly off to the side. So when this is like that, it's central at the back. But if this is central at the front, the bit at the back is off kilter, which I hate. I hate the fact that they've done this belt like this. This is my favourite belt, but I hate the fact that they've done it so that the two, both sort of decorations, are off kilter. I don't know whether they did that deliberately or whether it was a mistake. We'll see if I want my tail and the back bow to be central on my back. This has to be off kilter, which drives me insane. It needs to be in the middle. It needs to be uniform. I like uniformity. I don't like all this off kilter shit. It's like I hate it, you know, like I hate outfits where they've got like no sleeve, but then they've got a sleeve. Or where like one side of the hair is shorter than the other one or longer than the other one. The only time I don't mind that is if you like the fringe makes it sort of longer. So you've got like a side swept fringe and it's like longer, and then up here it's like a bit shorter. It's like, oh yeah, I used to hate it when people had like side ponytails or just have one ponytail on the side but then not another one on this side. That used to drive me insane. My mum's like that. She doesn't like uniformity. She likes things to be a little bit different. But I'm like, it's got to be uniform. It's got to be the same on both sides. But there are exceptions. It's like, have you ever seen this artwork that furries do? Where they'll just draw one side of a character, but then they'll copy it, flip it. And it's exactly the same, like the eyes are exactly the same, the two sides of the nose are exactly the same, everything's the same. I hate that, actually. I like to make it as similar each side as possible, like draw two separate eyes and make it as similar as possible. But I find it looks really bad and really bizarre when they do that whole copy, paste, flip thing. I hate that. Looks like everybody's fucked off from my live stream now. Oh, well, it's a long one. I'll stop in a minute. I had things I wanted to talk about, but oh well, I've forgotten them now. Anyway, so I hate it when furry artists do that. Ah, there you go, 2 people. I thought it was a bit weird that it was 4 people, because like only 1 person is pretty much talking at the moment. So I think it's wrong again. I think the view count is wrong. So definitely not more than 1 person talking at the moment and therefore viewing it. Only like 1 like, rude. No pain, no gain. Okay. So so this is my Lino tail, so it doesn't really go for Jeremiah, really, does it? Thingy. Oh yeah, so I don't know how to do that. So if anybody on here is a furry artist or a digital artist, can you all tell me how you do the whole copy thing and then flip thing? I know how to flip shit, but I don't know how to copy shit and then move it around. Like, so you draw, like at the moment I'm drawing a picture with a background where there's got like 2 lamps. And I had to draw the individual lamps and try and make them as the same as possible as each other. But I do know that in digital art you can draw a lamp, say for instance, draw a lamp, you can copy it and then move it around. So you've got 2 lamps that are the same because of the same drawing, but they've been copied. And then you can move the line art wherever you want, or the whole picture coloured even. But I have no idea how to do it. I've tried experimenting, I've tried looking at all the tools on my paint program. There's nothing that's, it does say copy, but it just copies the whole fucking canvas. Like, it doesn't copy that bit that you've drawn, it copies the entire, just the canvas, not the art itself. It just copies the canvas. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? It's like, I want to copy the drawing that I've done and then copy it and then flip it or move it, but I can't do that. And I have been taught how to do it, as in I watched a tutorial, but it doesn't seem to work when I do it. Now, as much as people have a go at the basic Windows Paint, that used to work. All the features used to be fantastic. I used to draw something and I used to be able to do the flood fill, and it would be perfect. No little grainy bits or little bits missing or anything like that, little, you know, like white bits in it. It used to flood fill perfectly. And I used to be able to select something that I've drawn. Like, say for instance, I draw a figure and I just want to move the head around, like to position it up or down or side or whatever I want to do with it. I used to just select the head, and you could take the head off and just move it wherever you wanted to. That worked with Paint, with Windows Paint, but it does not work with this more professional version that I've got, which is free, but it's more sophisticated, called Krita, or it's actually called Critter, but I don't see how, because it's like got 1 T, so that would make it pronounced Krita, so I just call it Krita, but it's actually supposed to be Critter, Krita. So that's supposedly more professional paint software, and yet I could do less with that than I can with Windows feckin' Paint. Windows Paint is just better. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna start using Windows Paint again. People trash Windows Paint. It's like, oh, it's rubbish. No, you can't make good art on Windows Paint. It's like, yeah, but it's easier. Like, I can actually use the tools. And not because it's basic, but it's actually got more tools, or tools that actually work, versus these more professional paint programs where they don't fucking work. Like I say, it has a select all option, it has a flood fill option, it has a copy and paste option, but they don't work. All the copy, paste and move is the canvas, the entire, you can move the canvas around. What good is that for me? What good is that to me? It doesn't do any good. I want to select a picture that I've drawn and move it around. Not the canvas, the actual line art. I want to select the line art and move it around, or copy it, or flip it, or whatever. This is why I don't offer my services as doing ref sheets, because the way you do ref sheets is you have to basically draw like the front of it in a pose like this or whatever, and then you basically you select it and then you copy it, and then you move it and then you flip it so it's like the back of the character but in the same pose. I can't do that because I don't know how the fuck to copy, move, and flip a fucking shit. The funny thing is, I did do it once, but I don't know how the fuck I did it, and I think it was in a different paint program. But I've tried it with different paint programs. I've tried using Paint Tool Sai when I had the free trial. I tried it with Photoshop, which apparently is the most popular paint program, but it, like, for me, it's very hard, and it doesn't do half the things when I look, you know, because I watch a lot of other people doing art on things like Photoshop called speed paints, and I'm trying to follow it, like I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. And it's like I don't know what they're doing because it's going too fast. Well, I just do all these fancy schmancy things that save time, and I'm like here doing it like a caveman. Oh, I'm doing every individual thing. Oh yes, I'll draw. So I've got to make that look exactly the same as that. I've got to draw it from scratch. It's like I'm painting like a caveman, and yet I have all these tools supposedly at my disposal to make, you know, it quicker and easier and more effective, to make it look more professional, and yet I don't know how to fucking use them. I either don't know how to use them, or there's no options, or they just don't work. So I've tried them all. Like I said, I've tried Paint Tool Sai, I've tried Photoshop, I've tried something called, yeah, I forgot what it's called now. It's like a basic one. It's pretty good. I forgot what it's called. I know there's My Paint, but that's the one my dad bought me, which is like an El Cheapo Crapo one, which isn't bad. It's not bad. But like the most professional one you can get that's as similar as the paid for ones is Critter. So I stick with Critter. You can make beautiful artwork with it. It's just that I have no clue how to use all these tools. And I've tried experimenting with tools, but they just don't seem to do anything. It's like, now what? But if you like look up tutorials on how to use Critter, it just comes up with a load of basic stuff, just basic shit. Just like people say, oh, when I talk about animation, they're like, oh, just look up tutorials on how to animate. And I'm like, I have done. All it teaches you how to animate is how to animate a ball bouncing. Either a ball bouncing up and down or a ball going fa-toing. And it's like, I don't want to animate a ball bouncing. I want to animate a person moving and doing stuff. Can you teach me that? No, you can't, because the only tutorials you can find on YouTube are the absolute basics. Or it goes the opposite way, too complicated. And then they use fucking algebra. Like there was one, well, two actually. How to rotate a fox and how to rotate a chicken or a rooster or whatever. It's like, oh my god, you have to use algebra to do it. That's what they were like teaching me, like, oh well, this point equals squared and all this stuff, and I was like, well, I don't know algebra, so I can't animate. Oh no. And it's like, oh god, I have to know math in order to animate. Jesus Christ. I was left to my own devices as a child. I didn't learn math like that. I was taught the basics in math, and that's it. I don't know algebra. Oh great, so I can't animate then. But that's fine with me. I don't mind. As long as someone can do it for me. I'm cool with that. But for that, you need money. And people are like, oh, well, I guess investors. Like, if it was that easy, I would. And people are like, oh, go on Kickstarter and do. Done all that. One person suggested, like, what's it called? The other one. The other crowdfunding thing, like GoFundMe, and there was another one, I can't remember what the other one was called. There was GoFundMe. Tried that one. That didn't work. Got no bites at all. And then Kickstarter. I thought that might be more promising. I'll try that. So I did. And all it did in all the option things, it was so complicated I gave up. It was like, how much do you need? how much money is this project going to cost? And it's like, how the fuck do I know? £1 million, because I've heard that, you know, all these people, like, I've been watching all these review sort of things on animated films, and it says how much did it cost to make this monstrosity of a movie? And it's like, oh, the budget was £7 billion or million pounds. I'm like, whoa, okay then. So I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna have to guess and pull a number out and just go, oh, it'll cost £1 million. £1 million. I don't know for sure. I suppose I could look it up. But it's like, depends on how long it is and how hard the animators have to work and how many animators. And it's like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know how many animators I'd need. I don't know fuck all. I don't want to research it. That would take ages. I'd rather just, you know, start small and see how it goes, you know, hire one animator, you know, and say, just animate for me an episode. Tell you what, I'll work with you. You draw the fucking shit, as in the animations. What's the word I'm looking for? Frame by frame. You do the frame by frame work, and I'll fucking colour it in or some shit. Like, let's work together on this. Or maybe they've got some friends who can do it. Okay, yeah, enlist your friends to help. We'll just start with one and see how it goes, you know. You want paying? Okay. So I'll just get an investor to just pay for that then. I have no idea. That is the problemo. I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, so I'm just going to just play it by ear. So my plan is I'm just going to do art and shit and write shit down. And then I will just have to entrust God to send me the people I need. Because so far, no one's fucking helping me with this shit. It's like, oh, you got to do it all by yourself. It's like, I would happily do that if I knew what I was doing. Like, I don't know anything. I don't know how to do it, really. Well, actually, it's not really that I don't know how to do it. It's just, like, whenever I try and move things forward, like, fuck all happens. I actually approached a thing, like I say, I approached a thing. Well, I didn't approach a thing. I sort of advertised, like, oh, who can anybody animate for me? I need animators. And this person came along and said, oh yes, I can provide whatever you need, animators or whatever, like whatever talent you need. Ah, great. I need an animator or a team of animators to work on my film or series. And he was like, oh, like he thought I meant like, I want to commission someone to just do an animation for me, like a short little animation, like, you know, furries do that, don't they? They animate, they hire people to, like, they commission someone to animate, like, their character for them so they can have it as a profile picture or something. It's like, no, I don't mean just like a little animation. I mean an actual project, an actual animated film I want to create. So I'm going to need maybe a team of animators. And I said, is it okay if they do it for free? And he was like, oh, I'll just ask them. And he went, oh, well, here's the deal, right? So if I don't get back to you, it means they've refused. If I do get back to you, it means they've agreed. I haven't heard back, so I'm presuming they didn't agree to it. See what I mean? It's like, I'd be quite happy to pay them. But no, it's like, oh, you never hear from them again. It's like, oh, okay then. It's like, if it's not cut and dried, they just don't want to know. It's like dating. It's like, I was talking to this person on, I know it sounds like I'm completely changing the subject, but it's kind of similar. Like a metaphor or whatever. But like, I was talking to this person on Tinder, and he kind of looked a bit like Jeremiah, and I said, oh, can you, like, roleplay as Jeremiah with me? And he's like, oh, what do I get in return or whatever? I'm like, oh, great times, you know? As in, the roleplays would be great times. But obviously I want to like get to know this person before we just get all right into it. So it'd be nice to chat to them, maybe meet up with them and just be like in a normal setting. It's like, that's it. Even though there's the promise of great times there, they're not willing to put in the effort. It's like, look, I know y'all men just want sex on tap like that, right up front without getting to know someone. Like it's been that way since the dawn of time. But men have always sort of accepted that they have to get to know a woman just a little bit before jumping into anything. And they've been like, right, well, you know, I'll put effort in. I'll take her out for dates. I'll wine and dine her. I'll do this, that, and the other. Get to know each other a little bit, and then maybe something will happen. But it's not like that anymore. It's like, oh well, you know, no, I don't want to go on dates. I just want the very first time we meet, after saying 2 sentences to each other, to be, oh, let's fuck. Like, they're not even willing to date someone first. At one time, even men who were expecting sex, you know, like they just wanted sex, they did put in some effort. You know, they at least took a girl out one time, at least. But now it's like, now I don't know whether it's like that for everyone, or just me. I just can't get anyone to do anything because they just want everything instant. It's like, so even if there's the promise of something happening, like say I was willing to have sex with them, like without stringing them along for years and years and years and getting them to marry me and shit. It's like they're still not willing to even put a tiny bit of effort in. It's like, oh, okay, well, I just offered you great times, but you're still not. Oh, all right then. Well, fuck you then. You just, I can't get. Even when I sort of like, obviously, I'm not that kind of girl. You know, to just have sex with someone like without even knowing them, or even after 3 dates. Like, I don't get that. I'm just gonna kneel a minute. Even if I am like willing to do stuff, it's like, oh, that is the way we are wired. Boss Rosie, how are you? I'm still called Jeremiah. Stop calling me that. How rude. Sadly, that is the way we were wired. What do you mean we? You mean you? No, not all men are like that. I have read it in books. I have seen it in movies. I have heard from real life people that they've waited until marriage or they found themselves an asexual or something, or a demisexual. But I only read about it in books and online. I can smell the food. And not everybody's like that. It's just who we meet. Me and my mum, when I say we. Like I say, I've heard of stories of like people like going, oh yes, you know, we didn't have sex until we knew each other better and we were this and that and it's like, wow, where do you find these people? Duh. I mean, it's not as if I'm just like going to be like, oh well, we just have to sit around and talk for ages. It's like I am actually willing to do some stuff with people, but even that's not good enough, apparently. So I'm just thinking it's just me. I think it's just me. I've been told like that I'm good looking, so it can't be that I'm ugly or something. That no one wants to put any effort in. It's just me. Like my whatever aura or whatever or energy. My energy must be choice. Oh well. I crave cuddles more than sex. I crave massages. What I'd like to do is just like role play with someone and just like maybe simulate sexual things. That'd be real fun for me. But yeah, actually I don't even know where I'd do it because like people can't come here and I can't go there, so I don't even know how it would work anyway. Just do it in the woods. Just do it in the woods. Simulations. Well, my last boyfriend, we just did it in his car. And when I say did it, I don't mean sex. I mean like stuff, like making out and stuff. But that was his dream anyway. That's what he wanted anyway. So it's like, oh, win-win. Win-win. Oh, stop notifying me of stupid things. Go away. Yes, electro massage is a bit rough, but I will. Better than now teeth and act. Never had it done professionally before, so I wouldn't even know. Charlie Sheen winning. Hey! Yes, it was a win-win, you know. He wanted to do stuff in his car, and the only way I could do stuff is in his car. So, because my mum was all like, you must stay in the kitchen, you're not allowed to go upstairs or anywhere. So we had to do stuff outside, like make out and stuff, or like in the car. I remember this one time I was like, because I told my mum I was just saying goodbye outside, but we were like an hour. It's like she suspected shit. And I was like, I remember this one particular time when we'd been out in the car for a while, and I was like, my mum's gonna be wondering where I am and stuff. Like, I'd rather stay here. And unfortunately, when I came in, my face was like fucking red. And it's like, it was red because his car, it was winter, and his car was like, he had to put the heating on so that we could be comfortable in there. Unfortunately, when the heating was on for, permanently, it got really hot to the point I couldn't stand it. Then he turned it off, and then it went too cold. So it was like hot, cold, too hot, too cold, and it was like, and my face just went red because obviously my eczema, I need to have a regular temperature, otherwise my face will go really red. So I came in the house. We've been a long time, and like I said, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. So my face was red because of all that. And came in, and my mum was like, "You had sex." They're like, "No, I didn't." And she honestly did not believe me. She did not believe me that I didn't have sex. She thought I was lying because my face was red. But I couldn't tell her what happened. I couldn't say, "Oh well, it was really hot in his car, and my face got red because of that." Because, as far as she was concerned, I was like just outside and not in his car. So I couldn't tell her. So I looked very guilty, and she was like very suspicious. It's like, I have not had sex. Thank you. See this how you don't want me to? I did not. Well, she doesn't want me to, so I don't. That's disgusting. So I didn't. Actually, no, there's a few factors. One factor is I don't want to get an STD. Another factor is I don't want to get pregnant. And another factor is that I don't want to have to have ethemia tests. Because that sounds horrible. Apparently it makes you feel sick and shit, so I don't really like the idea of that. That's the true reason. And the other reason is because I just can't find anyone who just doesn't want to jump into bed like right there and then. It's like, oh, okay. Gotta at least get to know each other first. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Too much information. I'm very thirsty. I'm very in pain. Goodbye. Don't forget, if you want shit, you can email me and shit. I'll become a Patreon and shit. And you can also crowdfund my shit if you like. My animation shit, which is like loads of debauchery and loads of fat furries and fat shit and everything. Fat shit, fat furries, lots of sex, lots of debauchery. And shit. Don't forget and shit. And also, my services is sexy shit of dominating, stimulation of abuse shit. If you like that shit, and if you don't like that shit, tough shit. Don't king shame. Bye bye. Yes, that is right. Do the Patreon thing. Yes, that'd be great. And lots of comics of debauchery and art and shit. And I also do commissions of sexy art and shit. I've been told by Becky that I would make a load of money by offering my services as not safe for work artwork commissioner. I've decided my new job title is commissioner now, because artist just sounds so like, oh, I'm just a hippie or something. I don't like my title being like a an artist because it makes me sound like one of those kooky, eccentric fucking hippie types. So I've decided my title is commissioner and businessman because that sounds more assumed. I'm the boss. So I don't like the title of care and I don't like the title of artist. So I'm the boss, a businessman, and Lord and Master and God and Commissioner. That's my job titles. Okay. And so I'm a commissioner of not safe for work, furry art and fat art. So if you want that sort of shit, yeah, you can go as weird as you want. I have like no limits. There is one limit though, but I don't want to say it here because I don't want to give anyone nightmares. I'm not a jack of all trades. I'm a businessman. Businessmen have to be master of a trade. So my trade is just like art and shit. That's why I need people to do animation and shit for me because I'm just gonna do art and ideas and stuff. Because, you know, jack of all trades is just like, you'll never succeed. So anyway, so yeah. And if anyone wants to give me free shit, you can do, or just send me money via like PayPal or something. You know, if you like me and shit. I want a yellow tail and yellow ears for like my Jeremiah outfit. And yellow or white wings would be nice as well, like these ones. But there's only two on the listing. There's either white and blue ones or these like grey ones. Oh no, it's all like rubbished up. Oh no. Yes, give me money because give me money because I need money. I'm dead poor. How am I supposed to live? And if people accuse me of being an e-beggar, then like, okay, I'm an e-beggar. Let me get my tin can. Here you go. Please give me some money. Like then people, they're not really beggars, but like those people that wear suits and they're like, give money now. That's what I look like. Oh, I really like this outfit. I'm gonna wear it next time I go out. What do you think, guys? I don't really want to end the stream. I kind of like streaming. I know the people around here are like, oh, we're gonna break your spirit and stop you from doing what you love. No way. Do you know what? All this time, I used to think, you know, because everyone treats me like crap, so I thought the problem must have been me. But I've decided it's not me, it's the area. It's just the people. They can't stand the fact that I'm confident and different. Like I say, anybody different in this life, it's like, kill. Because it scares people. I don't know why, though. It's like my kind of different isn't scary. It's just like, oh, I dress different. And I record things, apparently. But if anybody like from around here who has a problem with me recording, wants to know why I record, do you want to know why I record? It's not to piss people off. The reason why I record, not that I have to explain myself, but the reason why I record is A, for safety, B, in case people like you give me hell, and 3, A, B, and 3, so I can show you up for the disgusting pieces of absolute trash. No, because I am documenting my life. And you know what else I'm gonna do? One day. Now, I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. It won't be on here. It won't be on any platform you will know. But one day everybody is gonna... Everybody who gives me shit and hell is gonna regret it. But y'all not gonna know what I'm gonna do. And y'all won't be able to, you know, report me to little YouTube, you know, like, oh, and threaten me, like, oh, take the videos down, oh, you do this and do. No, because you won't know. You won't know about it. Because it's going to be somewhere in the depth of hell where you're going to be shown up for the absolute dickheads you all are. It won't be anytime soon either, so y'all might be dead. No, just kidding. I might be dead by then, and y'all won't be able to come at me. But y'all gonna be showing up for the shitheads that you are. So watch it. Watch the way y'all treat me. This is dangerous. This shit is dangerous. Like, I think people really, like, maybe think because I'm different, like, I am dangerous, maybe. Well, yeah, I am. However, it's only if you mess with me. It's only if you treat me like garbage. If you treat me like garbage, you're gonna get garbage back. Yeah. So you'll think that y'all besting me now, like, oh yeah, we'll harass you, we'll trash your property, we'll glare at you in the street, or we'll report your videos and get them taken down, or we'll ban you from supermarkets and do this and that and the other and threaten me. Like, oh, don't come to my turf, you know, like certain someone did. Yeah. Watch out. Because one day, Worm's gonna turn. It might not be soon. It won't be on YouTube or any platform that y'all know about. So you won't be able to report it so that your little secret doesn't get out that you're pieces of garbage assholes and bullies. Because I know that's why you have a go at me. You come at me, like when I upload a video, like calling you out for your bullshit. Because you don't want the secret being out there that you were a bullshit person and a bully. And you're treating a sweet innocent angel like myself like shit. Just remember, my mother is an angel and my father's a demon, so I'm half and half. But I've never done anything to anybody, apart from be nice and friendly and make some videos of people, maybe slagging them off a little bit, but not really, just like innocently making remarks that I just thought might be the case. But it wasn't really intended as an insult. Or like I say, if you slag me off or do anything that I don't like, that's not innocent so much. Sorry, Alex. Yes. Well, we all know, anybody watching this, they know who they are. They know who they are. But I'm not going to mention names because that's when I get my shit banned. Fair enough. But they will all be called out one day. They can do whatever they want to me on YouTube. You know. They think they've won. Because like that person you mentioned, he thinks he's the boss of me now because, oh, well, you said you wouldn't delete the videos unless I begged you. But look, I managed to get you to delete the videos and I reported them and got them removed, so you were forced to remove them. I'm your boss. Look who's the boss now. Look who's the boss now. That's what he said to me. I'm your boss, he said. I'll let you think that. I'll let you think that you've bested me. All of you. All the people around here who think they've bested me. I'll let you think that. I'll let you think that you've defeated me. This shit doesn't get defeated easily. Because, guess what? Well, I've already said it. I'm part demon as well. And in, like, mortal terms, I guess, I have the psychology of a narcissistic psychopath, so watch out. That's not to say, like I say, being part angel and demon, like, you know, I'm the nicest person in the world if you treat me well. I can be your best friend. But if you give me any shit and upset me, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'll do something. Something will happen. I know I'm not threatening anybody's lives or bodies or anything like that. I'm not threatening. This is just something like my little way of sort of payback, but it's not going to be anything devastating, so don't worry. You're not going to have to put me in jail or anything. It's just going to be something you don't like, and you won't be able to get me back for it because you won't know when it's coming. You don't know what form it's going to be coming in, and it won't be tied to me. Just remember, shit might disappear. When I say shit, I mean me. Me might disappear. You won't know where I've gone. You won't know what I'm doing. And when that day comes, Just a warning. Yes. Blank started commenting on Richard's videos. And he thinks he's won. I suppose whatever helps him sleep at night to think he has defeated the great sun god. But, yes. I can, though. What do you mean, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I mean, I used to feel helpless. I used to think, like, oh, you know, I used to feel like, you know, people were besting me, but maybe they are now, you know, maybe I'm not, like I say, maybe I'm sort of powerless now. But don't forget, it won't always be like this. I won't always be this powerless person that you can just think you can just walk all over and defeat. Because I've been working my entire life to make sure that isn't the case. And I am the most arrogant person in the entire universe. And you know what happens with arrogant people, don't you? With narcissistic, arrogant people, they succeed no matter what it takes, by any means possible. Not illegal, of course. Although some do, but you know, they're just dumb. They're just dumb. They're just dumb. They're just dumb. But like, they do whatever it takes to be successful in life. They like stop at nothing, and when every time they fail, they just keep doing it. They just keep trying, don't they? They claw their way to the top. Now, I realise that in this area I'm never going to make any friends. I'd be the best friend y'all ever had, but y'all want to make an enemy out of me. That's fine. Be your enemy then. Just, you know, you've got to lie in your bed and sleep in it, you know. You made your bed, you got to sleep in it. So if you want this as an enemy, they think, oh, she'll be easy. She'll be, you know, easy to sort of push over. She'll be a pushover. She got no power. She got nobody. She got no friends. She got no family. She's got no allies. She's got no support. She's just a little girl with no, you know, no title. You know, I'm a nobody. I'm just Joe Blogs. You know, easy target. She's always on her own. You know, that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, but it won't always be that way. Just remember. So you all want to make an enemy out of me. You better just, like, be prepared for the consequences. Because I'm not who you think I am. You see, you all think I'm a nobody. Just a little girl. No power. No prestige. No title. I'm nothing in society. I mean, I'm not a reverend. I'm not a politician. I'm not an MP, you know. I'm nothing like titled around here. I don't have any. What's that word? Don't have any pull, I guess. I always think, you know, that's probably like the problem and stuff. But I've realised now I don't have to have any of that. I can be powerful in other ways. I can get something done. Because at one point I was like, oh, I see that this town is kind of failing and it's a bit, you know, shit. I could make it better, you know. I could maybe get involved in the community and like become like a pillar of the community. Like, you know, you get some people who are just regular Joe Blogs and they sort of like step forward and like, oh yes, you know, I'm gonna help make this place a better place. And I thought maybe I could try and do that. So I infiltrated the town's Facebook group and I thought, you know, I'll start chatting to people on there. I'll post stuff. I'll become like a regular communicator in there. And I thought, oh, maybe I could do some good in some way and then people will like me around here. Nope. Instead, it's like, nope, you're shit. Nope, you're shit. No, we don't want anything to do with you. You know, fuck off. You're just a dickhead who used to look in people's windows and grab people and howl and dress as a wolf. And it's like, you're just a weird piece of shit, you know? It's like, okay. Fuck y'all then. I'm not going to try and help y'all make the town better then. In fact, I had these like one of the comics I had like years ago. I was gonna like get cannons and just like blow it up. Yeah, I had this like. I was gonna point it at the other end of my street, you know, where all the hooligans live. Like get the cannon, put it over the wall, and just like just blow it up. So it's your choice. I can either help the community grow and get better, because y'all gotta admit that this town is shit. It could be better. I don't know, that's a bold statement. I'll probably get killed again on here, but no, I'm just telling the truth. I only speak the truth. Y'all hate liars, but then you hate it when someone tells the truth. It's like, this town is shit. It's a shame. I've wasted so many years in this town. Nothing ever happens, no events ever happen, no one's friendly, there's no community spirit at all. Like, some people say there's community spirit. I suppose there is, it depends who you are. Like, if you live out in one of these terrace houses and you know, everybody's like, you know, rallies around you and helps you out. So I can't say that there's no community spirit, because there is. All the hooligans seem to have like millions of friends and support and all help each other out and shit. And they obviously together have this club, this We Hate Wolfie club, and we want to make her life a living hell because we're jealous because she lives in a big house. Not my words, other people's. I never thought I had anything that anybody could be jealous of, so don't think that I'm arrogant or anything. I mean, I am, but not for that reason. I mean, it's been hell for me. Because I've lived in a big house, I've been ostracized by people. So you can't be jealous of me living in a big house. I'm not jealous of me living in a big house, because all that living in a big house has done is make me a target, and my mum a target. You know, and people just come and they trash the place. Crapping hell. Excuse me. Just a little bit more of my soul leaving my body. If I have a soul. Dat weasel. I mean, all people know each other's business. Those small places are hard to live in. Yeah. It's like, if they don't accept you, you know, that's it. It's like, it's been, I don't know how many years it's been, like 17 years it's been since I did the whole Wolfie thing. And I did certain things that people didn't like, although it was in innocence. It's not like I did things deliberately to piss people off. But it's been years, like, you know, since I started dressing as a wolf and howling, you know, like at Halloween, all them years ago when they first started calling me Wolfie and throwing things at me, and, you know, this first started causing trouble. And it's like, I thought eventually it would die off, because, you know, I've gone years where I've not worn wolf accessories. I've not howled. I mean, I don't howl. I sometimes like do little howls, but like, I don't go out there and like howl for ages like I used to. Like I did at one point. I will admit, I used to dress as a wolf and go outside, and I used to howl, but I just enjoyed doing it. Kind of fun. It was just like a prank, really. It started out just like a prank. Like, where I wanted to make people believe that there was like a wolf around here, or a pack of wolves, because I used to get like my recordings of wolf howling and just howl like hell, like crazy, but only around like Halloween time. It was just like a prank, because people do pranks on Halloween, you know, and like the surrounding time, like before and after Halloween. I did after, so I didn't really get to enjoy Halloween that year. So I made up for it by doing it the next day, and like for a week I did like a Halloween week, like after Halloween, because I missed Halloween for a reason. What's that got to do with what I'm talking about? How very dare you? Stay on subject, PJ. Anyway, so thingy. What was I saying? I don't know, because you distracted me. How rude. I've forgotten. Yeah, so it was a prank, basically. It was just for fun. It was a prank to make people believe that there was a wolf around here. That was it. And then when the kids got to find out that it was me howling, that was it. It was like, you're Wolfie, you're fucking weird, you think you're a wolf, you're delusional, you're this, you're that. And it's like, hey, I'm just having fun. I'm just pretending. I was a kid back then, you know? I was a kid when I did it. It's like, so everybody who dresses as anything, you should be bullying then, apparently. So you just bully everybody who dresses up at Halloween? Like, what? It's like crazy. They're just bullies. I mean, they just have nothing to do. They just like nothing better to do than pick a victim and just think, oh well, yeah. Because like I've said before, I've seen other weird people go by them and they don't say anything. I once saw like two like gothic girls pass a gang of the hooligans and they were like nothing. They didn't point at them, they didn't laugh at them, they didn't jeer at them or anything or shout anything to them. It's like they just went by like quite happily without any problems. It's like just me. It's like I'm the most normal person around here. Like even dressed like this, I'm fucking more normal than this lot. And I don't care if that offends you, if any of you are watching. You all have given me my life hell all these years. Now I don't give a shit anymore because I'm stronger than I ever was. So's my mum. She just like she keeps people at arm's length. I don't, as such. I mean, I still am social, but like I've kind of given up because y'all have just been so horrible to me all these years, and even after all this time you still can't let it go. Like y'all tell me to let shit go and oh, you still dressed as a wolf, oh you weird, oh you're too old for that. It's like, well, you lot don't let shit go. It's like you expect me to let things go, but you don't let things go. It's been 17 years or more since I did all this weird stuff that you all think I did. And it's like, he's still giving me shit for it. It's like, I did that when I was a kid. Like, people have accused me of looking in people's windows and scaring. I was like, I've never done that in my life, but okay. You know, whatever you want, I suppose. Whatever you want to believe. Whatever sort of makes your life more enriched to think that I'm the problem. Like, I've realised now that I'm not the problem. It's all yous guys that are the problem. I just made mistakes, but it's like, you hold little mistakes against me. Like, I looked over the wall, and like I say, this guy went past and he started screaming and shouting at me. Then his kids came to the window, and then after that I got accused of scaring his kids, of freaking everybody out, looking in the windows or something. It's like, I didn't look in people's windows, I looked over the wall. You screamed at me, and then they came to the window to look what was going on, and you scared your kids. They weren't even scared, they weren't even bothered. It was like they were just looking because you were freaking shouting and screaming. It's like, but ever since then, the rumours have spread that apparently I looked in their window. Apparently. Well, the original rumour apparently was both me and my mum stared out of my window into their window, apparently. So I thought, wow, you've really elaborated, because what actually happened was I looked over my wall innocently, saw this random guy walking down the street, didn't think anything of him, and suddenly started yelling, screaming and growling and roaring at me. He jumped out of a bush to do this, and then he said, look, the kids in there, you're scaring my kids. That's what actually happened. I'm like, they only looked out the window, mate, because you screamed at me. And then, of course, all the neighbours came out and saw it, and then he went to all the neighbours and said, oh, she's doing this, and she's scaring my kids, and she's looking in the window. It's like, no, that never happened, you made it up, mate. But okay. Whatever, like I say, you want to believe, whatever makes you sleep at night. I just don't know what their problem is. I mean, like I say, maybe I made mistakes that have upset people, but it's not like a crime, what I've done. Let me show you what I look like full body. I look how cool I look. I mean, how could you want to bully that? It looks so cool. I look so cool. I don't know why people around here have a problem with me. I think I'm an awesome person, but whatever. One person said, oh, people are too afraid to get close to you because they think that you're gonna slag them off on YouTube. And I'm like, well, if you don't upset me, I won't slag you off on YouTube. Well, I won't do it anyway now because I've learnt my lesson. But that doesn't mean to say that you have carte blanche to give me hell anyway. Like, if someone made a mistake, I wouldn't do it, obviously. But if they deliberately, like, piss me off, then yeah, I'm going to do it. But like I say, I'm not going to do it now. But just remember, it doesn't mean to say you're going to get away with stuff. Just because I'm saying now that, oh, I'm not going to, like, slag you off on YouTube does not mean you're going to get away with it. So don't think, oh, right, she's admitted she's not going to do it anymore. We've beat her. Because she knows now she can't get away with it. She knows that she can't slag us off on YouTube and get away with it without us getting her reported or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll let you believe that you've won, people around here. Oh boy, I got frightened by your win, then looked like a soul. What? Looked like a ghoul. Your win then looked like a... Okay, I don't know what that means. Anyway, so, the... Just remember I'm the boss. Like, all these people, including MC, think that he's the boss of me. They're the boss of me because they're thinking that they're best in me and that they're getting, oh, we got your videos taken down. Oh, you can't mess with us. You can't, you can't out us as being shit to you. And we can do whatever the hell we want to you. That's what people think around here. And it's like, I've got news for you, mate. I'm the boss. It doesn't matter what you do to me or how much you try and bring me down. I'm still the boss. Like, you can believe what you like, but this is what I believe. I believe I'm the boss. I'm in charge. Maybe not officially, but I am. Like, it's just who I am. It's just me. It doesn't matter how much people bring me down. It doesn't matter what they do to me. I will always be the boss. It doesn't matter if people think they've bested me, that they think they've got one up over me. I will always be the boss because I believe that that's who I am. I am the boss. Doesn't matter how much people treat me, how badly they treat me. I'm the boss. It's just who I am. I've believed this since I was a small child. I had no reason to believe it. People will like come to me and say, what makes you think you're so special that you deserve to be the boss or you deserve to be in charge? The truth is, I don't know. I just know. It's a feeling. It's just something I've had ever since I was a child. So people have said, oh, you have delusions of grandeur. You have a superiority complex. It's like there are loads of people in this world who have absolutely no reason or right to think they're anything special. Yet they do something really big and special and everyone's all like, oh, whoa, you are special and good and all that shit. It's like you just have to believe in yourself, and I do. I believe in myself, and it doesn't matter how much people try and drag me down or how much sometimes I do think, oh shit, maybe I'm not that great, but I actually just believe it anyway. I don't know, it's just like a natural thing. I don't know, it's just like me. It's just natural. Wings, ghost. I look like a ghoul. And I'm proud of, if y'all think I'm weird and strange, have a superiority complex, delusions of grandeur, if you think that I'm a psychopath, like I've been called I'm a psychopath. My mum's called me a narcissist. I've been accused of being like all sorts of things, and I'm like, yeah, okay then. I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite proud of that. Yeah, okay, I'm a psychopath. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. I'm crazy. But yeah, crazy people, narcissists and psychopaths and all those people that you're accusing me of being tend to succeed in life, so thank you. It's actually a compliment when y'all call me a narcissist and a psychopath and all that shit, because those people succeed in life. Because delusions of grandeur make you have self-confidence, and self-confidence makes you work harder to achieve your dream of being like in a position of power or whatever it is you want to succeed in. So it's like, it works. Even if you have no reason to think that you're a great person, it works. You might be nothing special, you might have no talents at all, but just believing in yourself and believing that you are this magnificent creature actually works, and you do end up sort of succeeding. I personally haven't yet, but my time will come. Like, I'm still the loser of the area, I'm still, like I say, a nobody technically, but I don't believe that. Like, deep within myself, I don't really believe that I am meant to be a nobody. My soul is more than this. Like, you see this? This is not me. This is just a vessel. It's just like an outer casing. But inside I'm way more. My soul is like way more than just what you see. This nobody, this little girl from Manchester. I don't have any degrees. I don't have any diplomas. I've not had a formal education. Not had the best start in life, I guess. But so a lot of celebrities, a lot of famous people haven't. And yet they've become famous and wonderful and marvelous. Like, I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody that was like this famous person. And they were actually homeschooled. And everybody frowns upon homeschooling. But there's like a list of people who were homeschooled that turned out to be scientists, movie stars, like big movie stars, really famous scientists, so on and so forth. And it's like you can teach yourself stuff. Like a lot of people advocate school and say it's important, but it ain't. As long as you have a good teacher. Or maybe, you become intelligent enough to teach yourself. But oh well, I'm boring you now. I shall go. Goodbye. Yeah.